Last time on Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Yes, and how did Detective Gooden respond? He suddenly pulled a knife on me and yelled something about rootin' and tootin'. Who could it possibly be? And now, hello! It is I, the Nugwug, back with more Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Last time we finished up the day 2 of the trial, in which we proved once again that our defendant is still the only one who could have killed them. You know I am the ace attorney. I will get my client off, don't you worry. Even if I have to take some suspicious routes, if you know what I mean. Anyway, we're on day 3. Time to investigate again. Still don't know who did it. Just know that everyone alive is involved somehow. February 24th, 3:12 p.m., Wright and Cole offices. I'm so sorry, Mr. Wright. I'm sorry for what my sister said. Could you repeat it? Because I don't remember. Oh, thank you. Drastic crimes require drastic measures. That's just the way it is. We did what we had to in order for him to get the verdict he deserved. Right, so, I mean, Angel told us that during the first investigation that they, made up evidence to get him. Which I still don't know why Marshall is upset. I mean, it was pretty shady, and guy was executed. But, I don't know if he is just angry that they used false evidence, or if he thinks there's something else. I didn't know. I never knew that the SL9 incident was just another name for the Joe Dark killings. Sounds like everyone's heard about these killings but me. Literally, thank you. Everyone in existence knows everything. I don't. Lana wanted Dark convicted so badly. That's why she used me. That's why she used what happened to me. What? What do you mean what happened to you? What did you do? It's all there in the file. Joe Dark's last victim was Prosecutor Neil Marshall. Indeed? When he murdered Officer Marshall's brother, he left behind an incriminating piece of evidence. But what did you have to do with those killings, Emma? I was the killer. Oh. On the night Prosecutor Neil Marshall was murdered, Joe Dark tried to kill me. Damn. What? He tried to kill you? What? Wouldn't you be like 15 or something? Damn, why? Officer Marshall's brother Neil was only trying to save me. So that means you... Yes. I was a witness in the Joe Dark trial. Didn't see that one coming. Well, she is listed as a witness. Huh. Why you? What did you do? It happened 2 years ago. It was right about this time of the year, too. There was a terrible thunderstorm that day, unusual for the season. I was alone in my sister's office. We were planning to eat dinner together once she finished her work. Hey, what do you know? Mia also died like that. Stop planning dinner with your siblings. You'll die. Then suddenly, this terrifying man came bursting into the office. Oh yes, I really wanted to kill a 15-year-old girl. Finally, my chance. Joe Dark. It seemed like he was running from someone. He pulled out a knife and screamed at me. I didn't know what was going on. What did he say? He just screamed? Oh! Just then, Prosecutor Marshall showed up. Jake Marshall's brother. Joe Dark tried to take me hostage. But before he could, Mr. Marshall tackled him. Then... What happened? I'll never forget it. Lightning struck and the lights went out. Suddenly, a bolt of lightning flashed outside the window, lighting up the office for an instant. Who's holding the knife? I couldn't tell. It looked like Neil was holding the knife. What I saw then burned a permanent picture in my mind. I can still see it now. A permanent picture? They had a fight of the gods. I don't remember the moment when Dark stabbed Mr. Marshall. So you weren't able to testify about that? No, I was only asked about when I was attacked. That must be why why she made up the crime. Made it up? You mean provided bogus evidence? How? What? What? I mean, Emma was there. If, there was 3 people in the room. Emma, Neil, and Joe. If if Neil stabbed to death, and there's a serial killer and a 15-year-old girl in the room, how? Even if she didn't see the killing, isn't that pretty substantial? You really needed more bogus evidence for that? The prosecutor's office wanted that guilty verdict so badly. Lana forged the evidence and Mr. Edgeworth used it. Edgeworth? My husband? Yes, but I'm sure he didn't know anything about it. I don't know that one. He could have known he was being given false evidence. Even so, that's when it all started. I guess they were just making absolute sure that they can get a guilty verdict. Or the death sentence. Rumors about Mr. Edgeworth, I mean. It's all my fault. I could have just testified properly, none of this would have happened. So it's true, even though he may not have known it, Edgeworth really was involved in falsifying evidence. God damn it. I knew it. After the case ended, Lana was never the same. She became cold like she is today. She must not have been able to face up to what she did, especially not to Emma. Interesting. What did you see in the instant that crime occurred? Do it again. Oh, nope, that's definitely Joe. Is it? Yeah, it is. Dark knocked down Mr. Marshall and raised his knife. Neil Marshall was stabbed right in front of this poor girl. I don't remember what happened after that. Apparently I passed out. What is with you people and passing out? You, every time. God, can we have just a regular witness one of these games? Why are you glowing? You look like a ghost. When I came to, Lana was cradling me in her arms. Poor Emma, you've been through so much. Why are you in the court by yourself? I couldn't bring myself to testify about that incident. Oh, you just didn't testify. I see. I tried, but the word just wouldn't come. Oh, never mind, she did. Alright. Fine. Listen. I'll give you a pass because you're like a 15-year-old girl who was almost murdered, okay? You get a pass. Edgeworth, you don't get a pass. You were on a boat in front of a guy. I'll never forgive you. Just kidding, you're my husband, I forgive you. 2 years ago, you must have been 14. That's understandable. Once it was all over, I made up my mind. I decided that when I grew up, I'd become a scientific investigator. I wanted to be able to fight crime with my testimonies. And find the evidence to make it an airtight case. That way Lana would never have to forge any. I see. I think I'm finally starting to understand what makes Emma tick. There's still something that bothers me about that crime. You go for it. I don't know what you're talking about. Something that's puzzling me, Emma. What is it? You said you were in Lana's office at that time, right? That's right. Why then would a serial killer come running in there? Yeah. That's a good question. And also why you? Not only that, but I was being chased by a prosecutor. Maybe... I mean, I don't see any reason why Emma would be his target. I feel like he was targeting someone, maybe in the prosecutor's office, and then maybe got spotted by Neil and tried to escape or something. Oh, there's no mystery there. Okay, never mind. Joe Dark had been taken in for questioning that day. Oh. Taken in for questioning? You mean by the police? No, by the prosecutors. They're the real police in this world. Of course, this happened at the police department. He tried to run away halfway through the interview and fled into my sister's office. I mean, God, I'm just blown away by the power of our police in this world. How did this suspected serial killer, escape an interview? Why did he run all the way over to your sister's office? Because the detective's office and the questioning room are right across from the elevator. Across from the elevator? Alana was the chief prosecutor, wasn't she?
No, silly! No, stupid! Didn't I tell you 2 years ago? Lana was a detective.
Oh. Oh, okay.
She was the best in the entire force. That's why she was fired and became prosecutor.
What? That's news to me.
After the Joe Dart case, she was transferred to the prosecutor's office and made chief prosecutor.
I used to be a detective. Why did everyone else get demoted, but Lana was given chief prosecutor? Better have another talk with her. Alright. I haven't presented you my badge in a while. What do you think? See this?
It's my turn to badge.
Is this the same response?
Yes, it is. Get a fight off. Whatever. Never mind. I don't care. Okay, no, I don't give a fuck.
I guess we'll go talk to Lana now. February 24th, the Center visitor's room. So, I mean, despite learning all that about Joe Dark and Emma, and learning more about SL9, I still have no idea how that relates to Goodman's death, or anything that's happening right now. Hello?
Lana! Mr. Wright, it seems I keep causing you trouble.
Falsifying evidence. Easy. I can get you off easy. I don't think you were the type.
Criminals don't mind playing foul. Why should we?
Ah, good point.
But Lana, if you're wrong, an innocent person might be found guilty. What if, what if you just got an innocent person executed? I don't care. Believe me, I understand the risks.
Lana, Emma told me about you.
Oh?
About how you were a detective 2 years ago, and how the SL9 incident was the reason for your transfer to the prosecutor's office.
That's right.
Could you fill me in on the details, especially about that unusual change of jobs? Just like everyone else's unusual change of jobs.
I suppose you have a right to know, Mr. Wright.
I am busting my ass out here. A lot of revelations were uncovered at the trial today, not the least of which was the fact that this case is largely connected to another case 2 years ago.
Evidence from that case was stolen as well, though I expected as much. I know how obsessive Officer Marshall can be. That trial, it really wasn't fair, was it?
Who cares? I mean, it's pretty bad, yeah. I'll get you off, though. I'm the best ace attorney ever.
I believed in you, Lana. I believed that no matter what happened, you'd always stick to the truth. It couldn't be helped, Emma. At that trial 2 years ago, I sold my soul. I made a deal with the devil. I'm also a ghostwriter.
Well, all drama aside, the fact of the matter is, 515, there was no murder at the police department. Never thought there was, but, you know.
Tell me it's not true, Lana. What the witness, Miss Starr, said. About you stabbing Mr. Goodman with a knife?
You know, it'd be nice if you just started opening up a little. Come on, we're on day 3. I'm doing good.
Lana, I don't understand. Why won't you tell us? Emma, this doesn't involve just me.
I don't think I've ever seen Lana look so phased before. Detective Lana Sky.
It's true. I was a member of the police force 2 years ago.
I'm so sorry. That must have been boring. I don't think they ever do anything.
She was amazing.
Oh.
They still talk about all the cases she and Chief Gant cracked together.
Was he a detective too? He's chief of police right now, right? Wait, I can just check, I think. Where is he? Where? You. 65. District Chief of Police. I guess he... Well, oh, Joe Dark's here too. Deceased serial killer responsible for the SNI 2 years ago was given the death penalty. Jake Marshall's brother. Huh. Okay. I guess he was a detective back then too. I mean, he was involved with the case. Chief Gant?
He was the deputy chief of police back then, but he still worked the crime scenes.
Oh, okay.
Damon Gant. He was everything I aspired to be. They were the best team ever. They solved crimes before the reports could even be filed.
Emma really idolizes her big sister. But now you're chief prosecutor. What happened? Also, interestingly, Gant is the only one whose job didn't change, I don't think.
I always planned on becoming a prosecutor. The reason I became a detective was to gain experience investigating crime scenes so you could use that experience in court, right?
Exactly. Yeah, so you could just do what you did as a detective, but as a prosecutor. Because what do the police ever do? Sorry, police.
Gant's help in the SL9 case was crucial to its resolution. After that, he became chief of police and arranged my transfer to the prosecutor's office.
I don't know, so he basically got a promotion, and I guess also arranged for Lana to get a promotion, and everyone else got fucked. Maybe I should ask more about this investigation of theirs 2 years ago. Dork investigation.
2 years ago, I was second in command of the detectives investigating Dark.
Second in command. That means the investigation lead was Damon Gant, right?
Yes, Deputy Chief Gant and I shared the same office and the same investigations.
Even had the same office. God, that sounds awful. You know how scary he is? How do you ever know when he's not gonna kill you?
We led a team of the best detectives on the force. Detective Goodman, whose case it was, Jake Marshall, and Angel Starr. It was the first time Marshall worked with his brother. It was quite gung-ho.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Without a doubt, Joe Dark was the serial killer. We asked him to come in for questioning. We were desperate for evidence.
I mean, are you sure? Are you sure he was a killer? He could just be holding the knife because he's a chef who likes to cook in a suit.
That was when his final murder took place.
When he tried to murder Emma. Why? Why do they keep saying? They keep saying it like his target was Emma. But the story makes it sound like he was just escaping and tried to use Emma as a hostage.
Prosecutor Marshall was trying to save me from Dark. You see, the first person who happened upon the scene of the crime was me.
Now you tell us? I could have used that a long time ago.
Damon Gant and Neil Marshall were the ones questioning Dark that day.
Okay.
The investigation, when it was in its final stages, Dark must have suddenly panicked. So he waited until Gant and Marshall let their guards down, then fled the room.
Not leave the door locked? Do you have a guard at the door? Where was this guy? Why don't you get this guy when it comes to questioning? He never moves. He's like a wall.
From there, he ran straight to the office shared by Deputy Chief Gant and myself. That's where he found me.
So you were the first person to run to the scene, Lana.
It appears so. I was filing some papers while Gant and Marshall were questioning Dark.
Huh? Wait, what?
When I returned to my office, I saw 3 bodies on the floor and smelled blood.
3 bodies?
Prosecutor Marshall, the victim, Emma, who had passed out, and the suspect, Joe Dark. During the struggle, it seems Mr. Marshall struck a final blow before he died. Joe Dark had incurred a minor concussion and lay unconscious.
Okay, well, I'm already starting to see some issues here. I'm sorry, how... Neil was lying on top of Dark with the knife in his back. How did he knock Dark out and also get stabbed and then fall on top of Dark and die? Huh. Interesting. I mean, I guess he could have gotten stabbed in the back. Maybe like tackled and then like Joe reached around and like stabbed him in the back. And then before I guess dying, he knocked Joe out and then just collapsed. I don't know. That looked weird.
Joe Dark had incurred a...
Yeah, I know that. What did you do?
I don't know, I teabagged his body. To be honest, I panicked. I picked up Emma, carried her out of the room, and just held her.
Can't blame her. After all, her sister must have gone through. After all her sister must have gone through.
After that, I placed Dark under immediate arrest. I rolled Neil's lifeless corpse off him.
Let me get this straight. You were all involved in the SL9 incident.
That's right. Quite a coincidence,
I don't buy it. I don't believe in quinkydinks.
What are you saying?
There's no way everyone involved in this trial was also involved in that incident. Just by chance. Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense. But that case was solved 2 years ago.
Was it? At least one person went to extremes because they didn't believe it was truly solved. And the other person was killed.
Officer Marshall. Yes, his actions came as a surprise to me as well. Ever since his brother died, he's changed completely.
I like to imagine that he wasn't a cowboy before that case. After that case, something awakened within.
I guess he wasn't convinced with the ruling against Joe Dark.
What does that mean? What was he not convinced with?
Life doesn't end with the closing of a case. Everyone has to live the rest of their lives with their memories.
That case just might not be over yet. Emma was assaulted by Dark at the police department, right?
Yes, in the office that Damon Gant and I shared. The office that Mr. Gant now occupies by himself. The chief's office.
Damn, he kicked you out and just... I got a bigger office now. Maybe we should have a look at the chief's office, the site of the final SL9 murder. Yeah. They actually haven't moved Neil's body. It's still in there, right where he died. I can investigate it. Alright, I guess to the chief's office. Oh, is that the police department? Yeah. February 24th, police department entrance.
Howdy, Bambina.
Hey, Marshall. Hey, do you want to maybe tell me what you're not satisfied with the Joe Dark case?
Oh, Marshall! Mr. Marshall!
I never thought things would turn out this way when I woke up this morning. Questera Sera. You never know where life will lead you, eh, Bambina? I should have known my luck had run out when old Billy dried up this morning.
Who's old Billy? Sounds like your
Billy?
Must be his pet cactus. What? How did you understand that? Say, where are you headed?
Just over to the prosecutor's office for a little interrogation.
How are you not under arrest? Did you steal evidence? And also assault the police officer? You know what? I don't care.
It's a voluntary appearance, but we all know I won't be coming back.
Oh, you're going there now to get arrested. I gotcha.
Sorry, but you can't go in the evidence room today, partner.
Still, you're just out and about. That's crazy.
But Mr. Marshall, why did you do it?
Why do prosecutors head west?
They don't. Oh, prospectors.
If ever there was a case I needed to know the truth about, it was that one.
Before you turn yourself in, Mr. Marshall, do you mind telling us exactly what happened?
Looks like I won't be getting a steak lunch today.
I mean, I could go get you on it. Angel's probably still down there in that basement.
Something was fishy about that trial from the beginning. It wasn't just me either. All the detectives thought so.
What do you mean fishy?
Some of the facts reported were inconsistent with the evidence we found. For example, the murder weapon.
The murder weapon? You mean that switchblade knife with the broken tip?
That was Joe Dark's, alright. But in the initial autopsy report, a question was raised.
A question?
The blade of the knife was not a perfect match with the wound the victim sustained.
The blade of the knife was not a perfect match with the wound the victim sustained. He's talking about his brother, right? What does that mean?
It means there is a good chance that knife was not the murder weapon.
Oh. I mean, was this the knife stuck in Neil's back?
However, in the report that was finally submitted, that possibility had been erased.
Could the facts have been concealed with forged evidence? Huh. That is quite fishy.
I don't know. I don't know what that means yet. That case left behind scars on all of us.
Especially Goodman.
The scars that the SL9 incident left behind.
Prosecutor Marshall.
I got the looks, but he got the brains. He was one of the best prosecutors around.
You guys look identical, except you have mustache or beard.
I just made detective when it went down. It was our first case together.
How old was he, your brother?
He was 27 at the time. He was awarded the highest honor that very day.
The highest honor? You mean the Canaan?
King of prosecutors. I knew it. God, I wish I could have that. What are you looking at me like that for? That's an honor for a prosecutor.
Mr. Marshall must have really been close with his brother.
The day the SL9 incident took place, that wasn't the same day as...
That's right. It was the same day of the evidence transfer.
Interesting. I mean,
It was drizzling that morning, and by nightfall there was thunder. Can't believe 2 years have gone by already. I tried to steal the evidence so the case wouldn't die.
apparently someone tried to stop you. Detective Goodman was murdered, and the evidence locker was empty. Is that what you think happened? Goodman was murdered? Well, obviously someone took the evidence out. Huh. How do they know though that Marshall was gonna try to steal it? I don't know. Scars.
There was something going on behind the scenes in that case. We all knew that later. Every detective involved in that investigation, save one, was taken care of. Miss Starr was fired and I was demoted and boxed away in a tiny room.
What about Detective Goodman? Phoenix, what do you think?
If they did something to him too, the commissioners would get suspicious. No, they were careful enough not to be too obvious.
I think they just took care of it. Hey?
Who are you talking about?
God. Don't get upset, Bambina. I mean Damon Gant and Lana Sky.
What? Lana too?
The investigation lead, Damon Gant, and the second in command, Lana Sky. There wasn't a person on the force who hadn't heard of that duo. That case was the biggest step in both of their careers.
After the case ended, Lana transferred to the prosecutor's office, right?
Yeah, Damon Gant, the new chief of police, arranged for that to happen.
Yeah, they are the only ones who didn't get screwed for some reason.
She's never been the same since she left. Everyone who knew her said so. Chief Prosecutor Sky was totally different when she was a detective.
Now that you mention it, Emma said something like that too.
Tell me, what happened to my sister?
She's just traumatized.
So are Bambina, but her secret is too well guarded. I never found out.
Lana's secret. It all started 2 years ago.
So there you have it. That's my story. Did you enjoy it, partner?
It was certainly enlightening. Still have various questions left unanswered. Actually, I think I'm more confused.
There's one thing for sure I found out in court today. That boy Edgeworth isn't my enemy. And he's so hot. Damn right, I know he is. He was the one who used falsified evidence to get a guilty verdict. But someone else was the one who gave him that evidence and planned everything. That someone is Damon Gant. Don't believe me? Well, I don't blame you. I won't even be a patrolman after today.
I'll go visit you, Joe. What was that? What'd you just spit?
Too bad I won't be around to work with you.
Why'd you drink and then spit? Okay, whatever.
When you become a real scientific investigator. Adios, Bambina.
Bye. I'll bring you alcohol in jail or something. I can probably do that. Anyway, into the criminal affairs department. February 24th with police station and criminal affairs department. This place is always pretty empty, but today it's deserted.
That must mean everyone's busy solving crimes.
I doubt that. Oh, if you're looking for others, they're all in the conference room. Thanks, Chief. Thanks. Wow, he actually talked to us, but he's still unmoving there. How does he speak when his mouth doesn't move? I don't even think he's breathing. With the chief prosecutor saying what you did and the decision about what to do. About Mr. Edgeworth, not to mention our statement to the media in tomorrow's trial. There's more chaos going on than Thanksgiving and Christmas put together. I think festive is the word usually used for those. It is quite festive in here.
Sir, we'd like to have a look around Chief Gant's office.
Yeah, do you mind? I would like to steal whatever I can find. Just use the connected hallway to the other building and take the elevator to the top floor. Oh, okay, I guess you don't mind.
Really? You mean it's okay for us to go in there? I mean, we aren't police officers or anything. We're gonna take whatever we find. Especially if it's evidence.
Hey, you're right. You can't go in there. It's off limits. Now I see where Detective Gumshoe gets his unique charm.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's head to the chief's office.
Yeah, just try to stop us. What are you gonna do? You can't even move. Hopefully... Oh my good god. I was gonna say, hopefully Cat's not in here. Really? Really? That's just tacky. February 24th, Police Department Chief's Office. Are you Davy Jones? Whoa, where am I?
In the chief's office, silly, stupid.
Okay, don't even insult me.
At least that's what it said on the door.
Check out that pipe organ. That's real, isn't it?
Hey, I used to take organ lessons in kindergarten.
Organ lessons? What? Where do you... What? Okay.
They used to call me Little Miss Bog. That's a Little Miss Bitch.
Wow, what a unique nickname. Damn, how do you take organ lessons? I mean, oh my goodness. I missed what someone said.
I never could remember where C was.
I imagine an organ isn't something you just own in your home. Oh, I guess he is here. Hey, where were you? Were you just standing in the corner or something?
Oh, it's you two.
Chief Gant, hello. You put that paper he was reading in his desk. What? He was at his desk? How did we play the organ without noticing he was there?
So, Righto, have you been swimming lately?
What is with your obsession with swimming? No, I haven't. I've been kind of busy lately. I'm surprised there's not like an indoor pool in here.
I can appreciate that. I've had my hands full too with Mr. Marshall's misconduct and Lana's provocative statement.
Provocative statement? Oh, you mean about the forged evidence?
2 years have passed since that incident. My, how time flies. See the big picture on the wall over there?
It is quite beautiful.
That's a picture of Lana, Neil, and me.
I can tell. So this is Mr. Marshall's brother, Prosecutor Neil Marshall. He is also dressed like a cowboy. Are you two okay?
We took it to commemorate our work together.
Something's not right with this picture. Oh! That's the vase. That's the silly vase. I don't know if that's what he's talking about, but that's definitely this vase. Huh. Interesting. Why... Is this his... Oh, this is his office, isn't it? This picture is taken in his office. Oh. I was wondering last time, like, when is this vase gonna come to play? I can't quite seem to put my finger on it, though. I guess I'm assuming he's talking about the vase there. Yeah? Anything else?
Anyway, I'd like to reminisce all day, but but there are matters that need my attention. I'm going to lock up here, so let's go out together.
What if you just leave and I just hang out here?
Oh, but this office was a crime scene 2 years ago, wasn't it?
That case has long since been over. There's no need to investigate it anymore. The body's not here, I promise.
All the same, we still like to have a look around.
Perhaps you didn't hear me. I said there's no need to investigate it anymore. Now hurry up and get out. I have a meeting to attend.
It's like I can feel his aura every time he gets angry. Or slightly less happy.
Looks like we aren't welcome.
We can break in. It seems that case isn't over with yet, after all.
What do you mean?
Chief Gann denied a request to search the crime scene. I mean, you know, to be a little fair to Gant, it was 2 years ago, okay? You know how many times that office could have been changed? That means there must be a reason he doesn't want us looking around in there.
You mean like a clue?
There's gotta be a way we can get inside the chief's office. There is a way? Oh, I'm supposed to come back here? God damn it. February 24th, Police Station Criminal Affairs Department.
Hey, Mel.
Oh, hey. Detective Gumshoe, aren't you supposed to be in a meeting? Hey, do you want to maybe let us secretly break into Gant's office?
I'm, just taking a breather. My feet hurt.
My butt hurts.
From sitting so long?
Actually, from serving everyone coffee.
Do you actually have a job here? Or are you just pretending? Only Detective Gumshoe's still out of the loop.
Say, have either of you seen Mr. Edgeworth?
Nope, I just went looking and he wasn't there. Edgeworth? No, why do you ask?
He's under fire from both the police department and the prosecutor's office. It's almost like the battle's between you two in court.
That sounds serious.
Is it because of what my sister said?
That's basically what it all boils down to.
He's fine. He's literally been berated his entire life.
He'll pull through, and if he doesn't, I'll be there to help. That falsified evidence 2 years ago. Now Mr. Edgeworth has the whole world after his blood.
The whole world? Are you sure it's not just where we live? What the fuck does Yemen want with him?
Yikes.
Edgeworth crisis. Why would Edgeworth be blamed? It's not like he knew the evidence was forged. I don't think you can really prove that. Lana Sky's the guilty party here, isn't she? Yep. Good job, lawyer.
Regardless, the prosecutor is responsible for the evidence they present in court. Not only that, but as you know, there have been a lot of rumors going around about Mr. Edgeworth. His amazing talent as a prosecutor kept him safe from those who don't like him. But now with this,
Are there really so many people who hate him?
I'll fight them all to death.
no one touches my little boy. In our world, only those with talent rise to the top. Mr. Edgeworth not only has that, but he's young. There's no better recipe I know of for making enemies.
Hey, Dick, keep up the good work.
Yes, sir.
Let's go for lunch again sometime, my treat.
Yes, sir.
You gotta take me back to the joint time, okay, Dick?
Yes, sir.
So you don't have any problems with enemies.
Yeah, well, we're not to stick out. Anyway, I'm a bit worried about him. Under all this pressure, I'm afraid Mr. Edgeworth just might crack.
He won't.
He's strong, I know it. Actually, I took a look at the file earlier with the coffee while the coffee was brewing.
Seems genuinely concerned for Edgeworth. It's like he's almost trying to steal him from me.
It's not gonna happen.
Well, did you find out anything?
The only evidence Dark left behind was during his final attack.
His final attack, you mean?
When he killed Prosecutor Marshall, who was trying to protect some girl.
Some girl.
Some stupid little brat.
Me.
Seems the Detective Gumshoe never realized Emma was the girl.
That's where he left the most incriminating evidence of all. His own body.
Well, what was it?
Oh, let's see. I think it had something to do with the murder weapon. Or the fact that he was unconscious with a dead person on top of him. Oh, I forget. Look, it's all written somewhere in here, okay?
His powers of recollection never failed to impress.
Maybe we should show him the murder weapon? Might jog his memory.
Alright, I will do that after.
Joe Dark was 42 at the time of the crime. Just your run-of-the-mill businessman.
A businessman who made him take a serial killing. I don't know, the snacks.
One day on his way home from work, he hit someone with his car. He just got so hard from it, he just needed to do more.
With his car? So it was an accident?
An accident, yes, but it transformed into an animal.
An animal?
He killed a man that witnessed the accident, then he killed a lady who saw the second. Jesus, I can't walk by just did some kill him too. Then when he was the judge, well, the Zeta was killed, so my lady turned himself.
Okay, I'm sorry, that's a little ridiculous. It's wow, what an unlucky chain of events, huh? Seems he's a pretty careless animal. It's like he wasn't even hunting anyone. He was just like,
God damn it, people keep seeing my crimes. Of course, this is all conjecture. There wasn't a single shred of evidence.
so he turned himself in.
Yes, but in the middle of the question, he fled and murdered his final victim.
That's interesting. He turned himself in after all that. But then, why? Oh, if he turned himself in, why did he try to run? Huh.
Prosecutor Marshall. That crime was witnessed by someone too, but luckily Dark was arrested on the spot. It's a good thing the last witness wasn't killed.
That last witness, aka Emma. Alright, Emma said I should present the knife to you. Not this knife. Where is it?
Here, take it.
About this.
Hey, Zed.
There's a tape attached to it with the label SL9 incident on it. I believe this would be the broken murder weapon you were speaking of.
What are you doing with that? Ever since the case was closed, the knife's been locked away in a locker.
Don't you know by now? When I find evidence, I just take it. I don't care who it belongs to, it's mine now. Fighters keepers, losers weepers.
On the day Detective Goodman was killed, this suddenly disappeared from the locker. It was found in his driveway with a car muffler.
So, okay, that is the knife that they're saying may not have, even though it was stuck in Neil, I guess, there was a chance that it wasn't the real murder weapon. Okay.
That's it. Now I remember what that encrypted piece of evidence was. When you showed me that knife, it all came back to me.
How fortunate.
Well, what is it, Detective? Quick, before you forget again. Quick. Our time is limited. Ask him the question. It's a time question.
Murder weapon. This knife, it was Joe Dark's, wasn't it?
That's right. We traced it back to the store he bought it at. Plus, it had his fingerprints on it, too.
But no one actually witnessed him using it to murder anyone, right?
That's where his luck ran out. When you take a good look at the knife, you'll see it's broken.
It did come to mind.
You don't have to take a good look to notice that. It's really fucking obvious.
Language, Emma, Jesus.
Yeah, well, anyway, take a guess where the broken off tip of the knife was found.
Inside Neil's asshole.
That's what did him in.
Where was it?
The victim, Neil Marshall, was carrying it inside his own body.
Oh my god, it's like that time that old fuck carried the bullet away. Good times.
It was found deep inside the stab wound.
Did it match Dark's knife?
You bet, down to the last fiber.
That's pretty conclusive.
Stabbed in the back, died from punctured heart and lung. A knife tip was in the wound. Alright. The broken tip was found in the victim's body, belonged to the murderer Joe Dark. Say his heart and lung was punctured? I thought in that picture the knife was like stabbed in his lower right back. How did it puncture his heart and lung?
Well, there you have it in a nutshell. That's all I know.
Can I ask you one more thing?
What is it? If it's money you need, you should ask Chief Gant.
I will get on that. It's not money, but it does concern the chief. His office is a crime scene, right? It's where Prosecutor Neil Marshall's murdered.
The chief's out now and his office is locked. You know a way to break in? We'd like to have a look around if that's okay.
Well, any detective's ID card can lock the door.
Oh, thanks for telling me.
What, really?
But if I let a civilian in there, I'd be charged with breach of trust.
Oh, don't worry. Just, walk away. Pretend we didn't have this conversation, and I will be just over there.
Breach of trust?
Simply put, I'd be canned.
Oh. Well, it's probably... How about you just come work with me? Get fired, and you can be my... coffee brewer.
Sorry, Mal. I don't plan on getting fired because of you.
How about this ID card? The state of Guzman's.
I won't work either. Dad was deleted the day he died. Damn it.
Oh,
So in other words, Gumshoe is our only chance of getting to the office.
I wonder if there's something we could show him that would make him change his mind?
Dude, I don't know what that might be. Is it something I got recently? Oh, is Edgeworth here? February 24th, High Prosecutor's Office, room 1202. Wonder if Edgeworth is back yet.
There he is! It looks like he's writing something.
He's writing his diary. What are you doing here? What are you writing? He sure was quick to throw the paper on the floor. Was it a love letter? Tough day in court, huh? As always, you will never win against me. I've had to live the past 2 years with rumors flying around. What's another allegation to me?
Cheer up, Mr. Edgeworth, I'm running for you!
That's Edgeworth for you. Always trying to hide his real feelings. So, what do you want? Like some people, I don't have all day. Forged evidence.
Did you know, you silly?
There's no excuse for what I've done. 2 years ago, I used false evidence to obtain a guilty verdict. That's what it all breaks down to. Nothing I do can erase that fact. But you didn't know, did you? I mean, the evidence was false. That the evidence was falsified? The police department and the prosecutor's office share a bond of trust. If that bond is broken, we stand to lose everything. The police department's error is my error, my responsibility as the prosecutor in charge. That fact remains the same no matter what excuses I might have. Damn, sucks to be you.
Mr. Edgeworth.
I take pride in my work. Don't worry, I will give you a hug. So tell me why? Ain't nothing but a heartache. Why does it all come down to this? Yeah, you really get the short end of the stick. You just need I think you need a vacation, honestly. You should go to the Bahamas or something. Even Edgeworth can't keep this kind of emotion bottled up. Tomorrow's trial. Are you up for the trial tomorrow? First last year's trial, now this one. Seems all you do is worry about me. Damn right I do. Made my heart skip a beat there. To be honest, you're getting on my nerves. Those are nerves, Edgeworth. Those are feelings.
But, Mr. Edgeworth, you can't just walk out on the trial.
Tomorrow's the last day. It's too late to change prosecutors. I'll bet that's what my superiors are banking on. I never thought that case would come back to haunt me like this. What do you mean? A list of evidence, it seems too short. Most lists run twice as long. Only half as long as most lists? That is odd. After Neil Marshall was murdered, I became prosecutor for that case. I may not have been part of the investigation, but I knew what I had to do. Use the evidence I was given to prove the suspect guilty. That was really the only thing on my mind at the time.
Say, we just had a picture taken around that time.
That picture, something seems strange about it. Okay, I guess it wasn't the vase you were talking about. Day of the crime. Could you tell us again about what happened that day? The day Detective Goodman was murdered. We were participating in a ceremony over at the station, right? Never cared for ceremonies, but I had to attend that one. Actually, I just realized, this trophy's different than the one in the picture. The one in the picture has a sword through it, doesn't it? God, go over. Yeah. It is like a sword. Wait, what? Huh. It has a sword that's broken. Is that just a quinky dink? Why is the switchblade also broken? I don't know. But yeah, the sword's missing. If they change it, I don't know.
Because you were awarded this?
Those receiving awards can't exactly skip out on the ceremony. Sure they can. Just have it delivered to you. Finished up at the office in the morning, then drove over to the police department. You finished up at the office? Yes, just odds and ends, clerical stuff. I didn't plan on returning to the office that day. That is until I was asked to take something back.
Take something back?
This. Oh, right. Yeah. Gant asked you to do this. For some reason.
Oh yeah, Chief Gan asked you to hold on to that, didn't he?
Yes, it was a piece of evidence in a case that was closed half a year ago. That better not have anything to do with this case, I swear to God. He asked me to bring it back to the prosecutor's office. That's the story we heard yesterday. Yeah, the question is why? Clearly, Gant wanted him to go to the prosecutor's office. But why? So you come back here to the prosecutor's office because the chief asked you to. That's right. Interesting. I think Emma wanted me to present the photo to him. This picture is hanging on the wall in Chief Gant's office. Or presented because something's fishy about it. Oh, I guess we're gonna point out that the trophy's different. Prosecutor Neil Marshall, he had just started making a name for himself. Looks like this was taken when he received the King of Prosecutors trophy.
Speaking of that, there's something that bothers me.
Yes.
The trophy Mr. Marshall's holding. It's a little different than yours.
Yeah, it's missing some sort. Yes, you're right. Oh, I remember now. Remember what? That was what the official prosecutor's trophy looked like until 2 years ago. There's a story behind its design.
A story?
Sounds interesting. Would you mind telling it to us? It's simple, really. Contradiction. That's what the award's based on. But first you have to click my thing. God, you're so complicated. King of Prosecutors Trophy. This word originates from an ancient Chinese tale. In Chinese, the word contradiction is written with 2 characters. The first means halberd, and the second means shield. Have you heard the story? I can't say I'm up to date on my Chinese lore. Me? Oh, sure. Everyone knows that. Why'd you tell me it, though? For Emma's sake. Very well. I'll pretend to believe you. Long ago in the kingdom of Chu, there was an arms merchant. One day, he presented the king with 2 items. The first was a halberd, he claimed could slice through any shield or armor. The second was a shield he claimed could withstand any weapon. That doesn't make any sense. Wait a minute. Yeah, nice one. Those claims contradict each other. Very perspective. Shut up, why are you yelling in my office? Then again, you've heard this story before, right? Anyway, as you mentioned, the very descriptions of these items discredit them both. When the king pointed this out, the merchant was left speechless. He was left speechless, he never thought of this before. Like, fuck, he called me out, what do I do now? And thus the Chinese word for contradiction was born. What an interesting story.
Oh, I see. So the chipped shield and broken knife symbolize...
Precisely so. They symbolize the merchant's items. I see. The ancient tale ends with the merchant at a loss for words, but it's in our nature to pursue matters to their conclusion. Even if it results in something as ugly as this.
Wow, thanks, Mr. Edgeworth. I learned something new today.
I did too, but I don't think it helped me anyway. That's funny. If that's so, then why were you only given a shield? I don't know. I guess I suck. I'll have to ask Chief Gant. 2 years ago, he had the halberd part of the award abolished. Chief Gant, again. I mean, this has got to play to something. Especially considering that the knife was also broken the same way the like statue part was. But I don't know how that connects yet. Chief Prosecutor's Trophy, updated the court record. Cool. I guess we're done here. Thanks for hanging out, and for the China lore. Bye. Oh, wait. I need to. I want to look. I want to look at what you were writing. I want to look at your love letter. I wonder what he was writing before.
Come on, Mr. Wright. Let's take a look.
Are you crazy? Edgeworth is sitting right there.
Just distract him. I'll check it out.
Hey Edgeworth, want to make out or something? Is that Detective Gumshoe at the window there? Oh no, he's fallen to the ground! Hold on, first let me see what this girl's doing crawling around my feet. I don't care about Gumshoe. He didn't even look.
What? Letter of What?
We're having trouble reading, I'll read it for you. It better not say resignation, you little shit. It says letter of resignation. No! No, Edgeworth! No! We still have at least 2 games. You are not leaving until we're done. Resignation? Edgeworth, you don't mean... I'm tired, right? Feel as if something inside me has died.
But, Mr. Edgeworth, none of it is your fault.
I mean, I get it, but should you just, like, start with a vacation first? Kind of jumping the gun. I know the path I've walked, you don't need to tell me. The path I've walked hasn't been a just one. I can't forgive myself for what I've done, and no one else should forgive me either. Uh-oh, I think he's serious.
Mr. Wright, please, you have to do something.
This letter of resignation, I wonder if I can use it for anything. Oh, I guess this is what I showed to Gumshoe to let me in the office? I guess. Alright, I'm taking this. Bye. Listen, I'll be back to give you lots of love. Don't resign, please. Oh god, I'll stop here. Please, Angel, I don't want to talk to you. You're 24th Prosecutor's Office Underground Parking Lot. Excuse me, please don't be Angel. God damn it! Do you live here? Are you homeless?
Would either of you care for a £1/4 of roast beef?
Oh, that actually sounds delicious. Miss Starr, she's out of lunches.
You certainly are the curious sort, aren't you? Kind of like the first person who sucked a cow's nipple to discover milk.
Okay. That was interesting thing to say.
Still, I never thought you'd go digging up the case from 2 years ago.
Remember when this trial was involved in the SL9 incident? Not only that, but the murder occurred on the very day the evidence from that case was due for transferal. It can't all be attributed to mere coincidence.
Aren't you forgetting something? You know that little scene I happened to witness?
Yeah, well, I'll prove something about it. The incident Lana stabbed Detective Goodman with a knife.
No matter how much of the past you dig up, it won't change what I saw.
I will prove that you have schizophrenia and you saw something.
Roast beef is meant to be savored when eaten.
Star's hatred toward Lana. It all dates back to 2 years ago. Oh, well, I imagine it's because Lana got promoted and she basically got demoted. Alright, I guess I'll hear what you have to say.
Joe Dark, that's a name I'll not soon forget. We trailed him for half a year. Oh, the pressure. Still, I don't think I was ever more alive than I was then. Those days were steamier than a bowl of hot gravy. So much sex in the prosecutor's office. Poor old Jake Marshall, though, must have been going through hell.
You mean because of his brother's death?
They were close, those two. After Neil died, something took over Jake. Became obsessed. Seeing Jake like that made her all the more desperate.
Her?
Lana Sky. My sister? The best of the best were put on the SL9 case. Of course they were led by that legendary duo. Lana and Chief Gant.
Alright, after case closed.
That legendary pair was the reason we were able to keep up our investigation. That's why we were so shocked over how it turned out.
You mean with the forging of evidence?
Don't get me wrong, Joe Dark got what he deserved. Still, it was obvious the evidence produced in court was being manipulated. Items our team never found would suddenly appear, while other items were kept secret.
Honestly, that has happened every time I've been in court. I literally just pull stuff out of my ass and it becomes evidence.
but you don't have proof anything illegal was done. I'm proof enough of what happened. After that case, all of us save Goodman were relieved of her duties. Most without even so much as an explanation.
I wonder why Goodman was... Oh, well, I guess Jake said it would be too obvious, I guess, that they were demoting everyone. I guess they got him eventually, though.
Then Lana Sky transferred to the prosecutor's office and became chief prosecutor. Lana always wanted to be a prosecutor. Nothing's quite as simple as it appears. Huh? Lana Sky was merely being used as a pawn. That's my take on the matter.
Would you like to elaborate? She was being used? Okay, first I got... Oh, what? Never mind. I guess I'll go straight to it. Lana transferred to the prosecutor's office 2 years ago, didn't she?
Yes, thanks to Chief Gan's powerful influence. Chief? That's right. Having solved the SL9 case, his position as chief was secured. There was only one thing left for him to control. And then no one could stand in his way. The prosecutor's office.
You're saying... Oh. You're saying that Gant got Lana into the prosecutor's office and had her promoted so that he would basically have her in his pocket, I guess, and by extension the prosecutor's office? What? You mean that's why Lana was transferred?
If he could control the chief prosecutor, he could control the prosecutor's office. That must have been his goal all along. But how could he control Lana?
Good question.
I don't know, but one thing's for sure. Ever since the case ended, she's never been the same. It's only logical to conclude there must have been a reason for her change.
At last, I'm finally getting close to the bottom of this ugly mess. Thank you, Miss Star. You're actually surprisingly helpful some of the time.
You listen to me, rookie. It takes more than just ingredients to create fine cuisine. I hope you turn out to be a better chef than I've been.
Alright, accident skip this.
Demon Gant and Lana Sky. Gant led the investigation with Lana's second in command. They were the best. They solved all kinds of cases together, didn't they? Demon Gant's magnetism in particular was almost unreal.
Magnetism? What do you... Is he Magneto? Is magnetism?
By that I mean his ability to attract evidence. He produced the most incredible evidence in the cases he handled.
Yeah. I feel like this SL9 incident is not the first time he's forged evidence. Incredible evidence? You mean...
Oh yes, there were rumors about him even back then.
Okay, at least there were rumors at least.
No one dared confront him though.
I take it she's talking about forged evidence.
Back then, everyone looked up to Lana. All the detectives wanted to be like her. Really? Oh yes, myself included. I was a fool, really. She hated anything crooked and always watched out for the other detectives. That's why she was so concerned for Jake. Mr. Marshall. When Jake's brother was murdered, she felt as if she had lost her own brother. If it wasn't for her, I don't think Jake would ever have recovered from his shock. That's what makes it all the more infuriating. Miss Star. That's why. I'll never be able to forgive her. Why did she have to turn so cold after that?
Alright. It is... We are starting to see how deeply Gant is connected with everyone and everything that happened 2 years ago. And hope that he helps. And another scene. February 24th, PlayStation Criminal Affairs Department.
Oh, you're back.
You're still here?
I gotta make 150 copies of these files.
Come on. Even working for me would be better. Just work for me.
Brewing coffee, copying files, turned to a regular DJ.
You're a DJ as well?
If I'm not mistaken, I think he means desk jockey. No one has ever said that in the history of human race. Okay?
Oh, that DJ.
I gotta admire your persistency, but my answer's still no.
I didn't even ask yet.
I'm not letting you to the chief's office, period. It'd be my neck on the line.
That office is the last crime scene in the SL9 incident. I have to take a look in there.
There's gotta be something we can do to make the detective change his mind.
I have it, I think. Look at this. You still gonna deny me when Edgeworth is on the line?
What's this crumpled up piece of paper? Oh shit. No, wait, Mr. Edward can't be serious.
Ever not serious?
I can't believe they pushed him this far.
Mr. Edgeworth really feels responsible.
When I first met him, I thought he was as cold as ice too. But I know different now. He's so hot. He trusted us detectives to provide him with sound evidence. But we betrayed him.
Detective?
That's it. I've made up my mind.
That's the spirit. Come on. Come on, buddy.
But
Here, take my ID card.
You can't do that. If someone found out.
they wouldn't let you off the hook with another lost item report.
Look at me. It's no secret I'm already out of the loop. After all, I'm friends with Mr. Edgeworth.
Aww.
Depending on how this case turns out, I may already be as good as terminated.
I actually feel really bad for you. You've been the most helpful police officer in this entire game, and the only one I've ever known. God, just quit and work for me. Work at Wright and co-law offices, and I don't know, do something. What? Work as a private investigator.
So at least let me do this, for Mr. Edgeworth's sake.
All right, detective.
Thank you.
Gumshoe's ID tucked swiftly into pocket. All right, let us go and break into places. February 24th, Police Department Chief's Office.
Here goes, Mr. Wright.
Click. Beep. I see a safe.
We're in. If anyone finds us now,
Detective Gumshoe's a goner.
If that happens, I'm counting you to bail me out.
Why are you here? Gah! And we all died. You slap him? What's with you and slapping?
sorry, I thought you were a ghost.
I didn't even know you could slap a ghost.
Oh, Detective Gumshoe. And then I punch him too. What are you doing sneaking up on us like that?
I wasn't sneaking. I was right behind you the whole time. I was just worried something might go wrong. So I came to.
If you're here, then what's the point in giving us your ID card? Gumshoe's ID crushed and rendered unusable in pot. Why? Just give it back.
Hey, don't do that to my card. I hardly ever get the chance to come in here, so I figured to have a look around myself. Besides, we're all in this together now.
Yeah, a band of criminals.
Really do want to get fired.
Don't you? Not if we're lucky. Now come on, let's see what we can find out.
I've got a bad feeling about this. Anything to say? She's office. That desk on the other side of the room. Is that your sister's?
Yes, that's where I was waiting for Lana on that day 2 years ago.
Is anyone using it now? Oh, you didn't even move the desk?
No, sir, this is entirely Chief Gant's office now.
Why don't you move the desk then?
He practices a strict policy of preserving the crime scene.
Wow. I have a feeling that will be his undoing. That's a strange reason to leave it there.
He leaves it as a warning to everyone else and wants us to always be alert. He told us so himself at our New Year's party. Of course, he was pretty intoxicated at that time.
I see.
He kept trying to swim in the ground.
So ever since Lana left, no one ever touches that desk.
No one except Chief Gant and the cleaning lady who's in here each morning.
I was gonna say it's feels kind of out of place for Gant to have that picture up there. But I guess that was Lana's picture. Still, 2 years ago, 2 years have passed since that incident. There can't possibly be any clues remaining. Cannot possibly.
Can I ask you something?
Sure.
You only came here to look around, right? Because it's one of the SL9 crime scenes. I mean, that's your only reason for coming here, isn't it?
Yeah, sure, definitely. Why do you ask?
You don't think... Nah, you wouldn't be. No.
What?
No, there's no way. Never mind. Don't worry about it.
Okay, now then let's look around a bit more.
Hey, hold on. Not so fast, buddy.
Huh? What?
What do you want? When someone tells you don't worry about it, it's supposed to start bothering you, pal.
Are you... What? Are you my girlfriend?
You don't want to let it go at that.
Sorry? This guy's starting to get on my nerves. Okay, so what's bothering you?
You two don't think Chief Gant might be a suspect, do you?
I don't know yet. I know he is most likely very evil, but I don't know how it relates to the case, or if he even committed a crime, or at least a murder.
He's definitely committed crimes.
What? He's right, Mr. Wright. What do we think of him?
He's literally been evil since day one. Chief Gant, so it's finally come to this. What do I think of him? Perhaps it's best I don't divulge my feelings.
Yet. There you go, ignoring me again.
Don't you worry about it, okay? That's for me to know and for you to find out. Anyway, let's go to the safe. This is a safe, isn't it?
Safe. That word is ripe with intrigue.
Okay, if you say so. It's just a save, it's not that deep.
Looks like a code needs to be entered in this panel to open it.
7-digit number. I think I just might know what it is. I do? Oh, I actually do. You know what? I bet I do know what it is.
Do you know what it is?
I have a hunch.
Oh, I know. You want to try my birthday?
No, I don't. No, I really don't. I have a better idea. Here goes nothing. Oh, okay. If that person on the ID record is who I think it is, I have a feeling that it would also be his password. Right? Oh my, I'm so goddamn smart, it scares me. I'm like the next Aristotle. Bingo.
What number did you enter?
Whose birthday was that, pal?
77777. The final ID card number on that record. Which also confirms that was Gant.
What?
Number of the mysterious executive officer who entered that room that day.
You mean 77777? That ID number?
I think you're 1-7 shy this time. It's gonna only mean one thing. That's Chief Gant's ID number.
Say, anyone care to look inside?
No, I'm gonna close it. Let's not look. What do we got? What are you hiding here?
Is there any money in there? How much does he have stashed away? Let's take it and split it.
Look, it's a,
It's the last piece of the vase.
What? I shard from a broken cup.
This somehow looks familiar. I've never seen this before.
there's something else in here too.
A handprint? What's this? Looks like a piece of leather cloth.
This is a handprint, isn't it?
Hey, I saw someone wearing a shirt like that once. You think the chief made up the design?
Gumshoe, I think it's best if you just leave.
I don't think so.
Oh, well, it was just a thought.
Is that it? This is all that was in the safe?
Apparently so. It's empty now. What a lame reason to keep a safe. At least put a couple 100,000 in there.
Piece of cloth with a handprint on it and a broken shard from a cup.
Well, I know where the shard comes from. I don't know what the cloth is. They look like pieces of evidence. I will take them.
Yeah, but unless you can prove they have something to do with the case. I'm afraid I can't just let you take them.
Yeah, what are you going to do about it?
After all, it's my neck on the line here.
Great, now I have to prove their relevancy to get them. How are these two items related to the SL9 incident?
Come on, there's gotta be something we can show the detective.
Well, I know how to do one, but you know, this, stupid, here, look at this. Detective Gumshoe, could you have another look at this jar?
I remember when the three of us put that back together. Those were the days.
Wasn't that like 2 days ago? Also, I put it together. You couldn't even get it this far. Kind of really to be nostalgic.
Wasn't this jar a piece of evidence from that case?
That's right. One of the shards had an SL9 incident sticker on it.
Doesn't this ring any bells? You know, the fragment we just found? I wonder why he wanted to keep that piece in particular. And also, why is it labeled SL9 evidence? jar was in this room, and there's blood on it.
You mean this one? That wasn't the safe?
Yes, that one. That was in the safe.
Think about it.
Oh my good lord, I figured something out. Now that you mention it, it's ringing alarm bells. Let's see if it fits.
Assemble fragments. Here, let me see that shard. Take a crack at this.
Go ahead, pal. Show us what a rookie can do.
Mr. Wright, here's some glue.
Did you just carry that around? If I can piece this together again, we'll prove Chief Gan was knowingly hiding evidence. Here goes. Rotate. Like so. Combine. We did it. There, fits like a charm. That of course means Chief Gan willingly and knowingly hid a piece of this jar in his safe. But why? In other words, he concealed a piece of evidence from the SL9 incident.
But
Hey guys, get a load of this.
What is it?
This piece you just attached. It's different from the others.
How so?
there's a reddish line on it.
Yeah, reddish line. I don't know what that means. That's blood.
I don't get it. Why would Chief Gan hide this in his safe?
I don't know. That's a very weird blood splatter too. Alright, and as for the cloth, I have nothing. Can I cover fingerprints? Detective Gumshoe, I'd like you to have a look at this.
Hey, I know what that is. So you want to take some fingerprints?
Damn right I do.
That's a great idea, Detective.
Alright, go to town. Sheesh.
Sheesh!
What are you doing? Why are you sticking out your hand like that? I don't think you're so silly.
Go ahead, take my fingerprints.
It's not your fingerprints we want to take.
Come on, this isn't the time for jokes. Yeah, stop joking.
Oh.
We're talking about the cloth we found in the safe.
Oh, hey, I knew that. What with the handprint on it, right? Sheesh, where's your sense of humor?
Why are you saying sheesh all of a sudden? Stop it.
Okay, Mr. Wright, let's check for prints. Sprinkle the powder on the cloth. Then, once they've been absorbed into the print, blow the rest away.
What are you, my mom? I have to be told a million times. Yeah, Emma. No, my mom. Alright, let's get this over with. This is my favorite mini game. Let's do this. Alright, here we go. And whose fingerprints might these be? Not Gant. Not Mike. Not Jake. Not Goodman. Not Gumshoe. Not Lana. They belong to Emma. Interesting. Why? What is this cloth from? Why would he keep her handprint in a safe? No. How can this be? What are Emma's fingerprints doing here?
Hey, you found a match? Whose fingerprints were they?
I don't even have your fingerprints. It seems the prints are too old. They weren't clear enough to get a match. Why don't you just tell her? She might know something, Phoenix.
Oh, that's too bad. I thought they'd be Dark's prints.
Psst, hey, you, over here. What's going on here? What are that kid's prints doing inside the chief's safe?
I don't know. Don't ask me. I'll just keep this information from Emma for now. For some reason.
Here, maybe you should hold on to this.
I was going to do that, whether you tried to stop me or not. Alright, and I guess you got anything cool in here? Any money?
Wow, look at the size of Chief Gan's desk.
Speaking of that, when we were here earlier,
Oh, it's you two.
Chief Gant, he put that paper he was reading in his desk. So he did. I forgot about that. Guess we'll steal it. Wonder what he was reading.
This looks like a list of evidence.
A list of evidence?
In most cases, the list runs twice as long as this, though.
Hey, look at the code name, the case name.
SL9 incident. I wonder what this is doing here.
Hold on, detective. What did you just say?
I said, I wonder what. No,
No, but evidence lists. Normally they're twice as long.
that's right. I guess there wasn't a lot of evidence.
A half-size list of evidence. Wait, was Edward talking about this case too when he said that? One list of evidence seems too short. Oh, is this the other page? Most lists run twice as long. What would the other half of the list be doing? Yeah, it's the other half. Interesting.
I knew it. The chief must be hiding something about that case.
Yeah, no shit. It appears so. Evidence list added to the court record.
Well, was I any help?
I mean, getting us in here, sure. Everything past that, I don't know about that. Of course. Thanks to your ID card, we were able to get some hard evidence. Oh, uh-oh. Now that's not very kind, is it? In other words, if it wasn't for his ID card, he would have been useless. Isn't that right, you in the coat?
Eek! Chief can't.
Oh great, now we're all dead. You didn't think you'd be back so soon. Fortunately, I'm a man who believes in signs. As I was walking to my meeting, I happened to look out a window and saw a stray dog run right into a pole. Just then I thought of a certain detective.
Do you mean me, sir?
Now then, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you all to leave.
Yes, sir. Sorry.
Yeah, we'll be leaving, honestly, with everything we took.
Oh, you in the coat. Me, sir?
Drop off your ID on the way out. You won't be needing it anymore.
But, sir, please.
I'm glad only one of us has to face punishments.
Now get out. Yes, sir.
Good thing you didn't notice the safe opened, and us taking all the evidence. We'll be on our way out, too, then. Wait, you, the one without the spiky hair.
Don't go yet.
Alright, bye, Emma. Good luck.
Me, sir?
I'd like a word with you.
But, sir, I'm not a licensed scientific investigator yet.
You with the spiky hair, you're free to go. I think I skipped something there by accident.
Mr. Wright.
Alright, it's nice knowing you, Emma. You know, take one for the team. See ya. Oh, I actually left? Phoenix, come on! Alright. Sorry, Emma. Guess, you know, I tried.
Look, pal. If I've told you once, I've told you 1,000 times. The chief's office is off limits. But no, you just had to go sneaking in there like that, didn't you?
You're the one who enabled me. I thought you said you didn't care anymore if you were fired.
Yeah, but if I knew it'd be like this, I never would have said it.
Also, you wouldn't have been fired if you just stayed out. Now that I've seen the evidence Chief Dan was hiding in his office, I think I'm finally starting to get the picture. Well, why has she kept eerily silent about it all this time?
Anyway, you listening to me? I'm gonna try to smooth things over with the chief again. Later, pal.
Yeah, good luck with that. Also, check if Emma's alive. After that, I heard from Emma. She said the police wanted to ask her some questions. So she'll be busy for the rest of the day. What? What does that mean? Why? What questions are being asked? Hey, we're doing forward with the 10 Center Business Room. Hey, you wanna talk?
I see. So the chief asked Emma to come in for questioning.
I'm just thinking about it. Tomorrow's the final day in court. I'm committed to doing everything I can to defend you, which is why I'm here.
But I've already told you all I can.
The fuck you haven't? What you've told me over these past couple of days is absolutely nothing. Not a single useful thing. Thank you. Lay it on her.
Really, I believe I did mention something quite important. Something I told you right at the beginning. I said that I was the one who stabbed Detective Goodman.
You know, I think I finally figured it out. I know who it is that's lurking behind your words.
Mia did a good job mentoring you. I'm rather jealous.
I bet you are. God, you two are so...
It seems that Edgeworth was right.
Edgeworth?
Once you're convinced you know something, no one can persuade you otherwise. Thick-headed is the term he used, I believe.
He called me that? How dare he? I'm gonna kiss him on the lips. Now's my chance to get her to tell me the rest of the story. Is it? Is she gonna actually tell me stuff? I have to admit, I was more than a little perplexed at first. You insisted you did it, yet there was no incriminating evidence. That's when it hit me. It's not that you're unwilling to tell the truth. It's that you're incapable of doing so. Because of a certain individual. So... I guess he's saying that Gant is basically... She's scared of Gant, basically.
What an intriguing notion. A certain individual, you say. So you think I'm protecting this person?
Protecting? No, I think afraid of is more like it. If I'm not mistaken, the person in question may have persuaded you to silence.
For argument's sake, Mr. Wright, who may I ask is this person you're speaking of? The one I am supposedly so frightened of. What is this person's name?
It's Mike.
It's Damon.
I am interested to know, though, what do you know? We have a lot of shady stuff, but I don't know what it is that could possibly be known that she's hiding, that Damon Gann is trying to hide. That it somehow involves Emma, I guess. Huh. Well, Miss Guy.
Mr. Wright, you are addressing the chief prosecutor. Do not forget your place.
I take it she's still not ready to spill the beans.
My apologies. Could you please tell me a bit more about what you think you know?
Damon Gant is literally a demon lord.
We were partners until 2 years ago. I respected him as a detective.
Assuming he is respectable, then tell me something. Why would he try to hide his crimes?
His crimes.
Both you and Edgeworth will be brought before a board of inquiry for what you did. Specifically, hiding and forging evidence.
Of course, these are serious offenses.
Why is it, though, that Chief Gant's name was never mentioned?
Chief Gant.
Edgeworth didn't know the truth behind the forgery. The only party who could have possibly tampered with the evidence was...
me. I had access because I was second in command of the investigation.
Yes, you, but also one other, Damon Gant.
If you intend to accuse Chief Gant, you'll need more than just words. Show me proof that Chief Gant falsified evidence in that case.
I don't know. Do I have something like that? Oh, the evidence list, right? He hid like half the evidence. I just found this in a safe in the chief's office that I stole after breaking it. God, I'm just the ultimate criminal. This jar piece and this piece of cloth. Do you know what these are? They're pieces of evidence from the SL9 incident. The person concealing evidence was none other than Chief Gant himself. Now tell me, why are you taking all the blame for him?
Touché, Mr. Wright. It's as you surmised. I cannot disobey the chief's orders. Even if it means being found guilty for murder.
Why not?
Come now, Mr. Wright. You can't possibly expect me to be able to tell you that.
Who's listening? You think Dagger's gonna say anything? He's basically a statue.
3 days ago, I had no choice but to cooperate.
In the murder of Detective Goodman?
Or perhaps I should say, follow orders. Yes, that's more accurate than cooperate.
Orders? I wonder if it's gonna be that she actually did kill Goodman, but on Gant's orders. I mean, if that's the case, I think you're still gonna be going to jail for a while.
Although I can't tell you the details, I can say that I was given an order that day.
I need you to dispose of Bruce Goodman's body. That is worded interestingly. Makes it sound like he's already dead. Alright, maybe she didn't actually kill him. You'll find it inside the trunk of Miles Edgeworth's car. Okay, yeah, I guess he was already dead. So I guess that's the crime then. I guess Gann probably killed Goodman somehow. Just as I suspected, despite what everyone believes, you were not the one who murdered Detective Goodman.
Correct. I was trying to take the body out of Edgeworth's car. The trunk's lock was broken, and I discovered that murder weapon while inspecting the body. The murder weapon.
The murder weapon? You mean Edgeworth's knife?
No. When I found the body, this was the knife stuck in it.
Oh. Interesting. The knife from the SL9 incident? Serial killer Joe Dark's knife.
I couldn't just leave that knife in him. So I took it out and stabbed him with another knife.
That would be Edgeworth's knife.
That's right. Even though he was already dead, my hands were shaking at the thought of stabbing him. That's why I ended up cutting my hand.
And that is the reason for the bandage on your right hand.
Yes, it seems that I got blood on the victim's shoes as well.
And that's also what Angel saw.
And then she saw me just as I plunged the knife in.
So Goodman was already dead when you stabbed him. Damn, you're really putting in the effort. Look at that face. Determination. Miss Star, huh? Why did you need to hide Dark's knife so badly?
It took a lot of work to finally close the Dark case 2 years ago. It was over with. I didn't ever want it to be opened again. My intent was to prevent that, by whatever means possible.
So you hid Dark's knife.
The weapon used to stab the detective was evidence in the Joe Dark case. If word got out, which it would, the reporters would have field day with that.
Yeah, also, it might get out that perhaps maybe the wrong person was executed, which, eek, that would have been bad publicity to say the least. So you wrapped the knife in your scarf and hid it in Edgeworth's exhaust pipe.
Right, and I called my sister. To tell her what happened, to ask her to hide the knife that was inside my muffler.
You asked Emma.
I didn't want anyone on the force to know about this.
That would explain why Emma is so confident about Lana's innocence.
Speaking of phone calls, I had a bad feeling about one of them that day.
A bad feeling?
The truth is, after I received those orders from Chief Gant, the first thing I did was make a phone call. A phone call to Patrolman Jake Marshall.
To Marshall? Why on earth would you call him? I'm sure he's dependable when he's not drinking.
The lead investigator for the SL9 incident had been murdered. I wanted that fact to be kept hidden, and I needed help. He was the only other person I could trust. Or at least, I thought I could trust him at the time. However, it seems that after I spoke to him, he went off on an escapade of his own.
I mean, that's on you. he's gun-ho. He's a wild card. Oh, you mean?
Not wanting the case to die, he decided to take things into his own hands. He disguised
himself as Detective Goodman and tried to steal the evidence.
He had already stolen the ID card, but it seems he still had made up his mind to break into the evidence room. After my phone call, any remaining doubts he had must have disappeared.
So your phone call caused the incident in the evidence room. Alright, things are finally starting to come together. We're just missing the climax.
I'm afraid that's all I can tell you.
But Lana...
You've earned my respect, Mr. Wright, both as a defense attorney and an investigator.
I'm actually not one of those things, but, you know. Who else can I rely on?
Now please, don't pursue this any further in court tomorrow.
Not gonna happen.
Tomorrow's trial. There's only one way to drive off Lana's demons.
I've got to get to the bottom of everything.
Detective Goodman's real murderer. And what went down in the chief's office 2 years ago. To be continued. God damn, we're finally getting answers. I still don't know what's happening. Oh, trial former, final day. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so it seems we're just missing. I mean, I guess we don't really know. Clearly, something's being hidden in Neil's murder. And now we don't know who Goodman's murderer is. I mean, Gan's clearly the big bad here, but is he the murderer? I think he might at least be the murderer in Goodman's case, but was he? Would he be the murderer in Neil's case too? I don't know how he would be, but he seems to be hiding a lot from that case, which is strange. But yeah, that'll have to come next time. I hope you enjoyed. Please leave a like and a comment if you did, and I hope to see you all next time. Until then, bye.